Hi, well, in this video, I'm out here once again with Cooper for Service Dog Training. And on this video, I'm going to be incorporating in all three focal points when it comes to phase 2 of training, including the come command. So I'm going to be, again, beginning to do a little bit of that, as well as the picking up objects part, and also the assist to stand. So I'm going to be incorporating all three elements into this video as I continue to move forward with training for Cooper. Cooper's doing really, really well. Even in the crate, I notice how he's starting to really relax. He's not so far in the back. He's starting to kind of come forward the right way, which is a great sign. More and more agreeable, okay, to the method. So everything's coming together very, very well. His desire and motivation is picking up the right way. So here I'm going to start with the come command. Again, this is something where his owner can practice this as well within the home environment, keeping it very simple. Again, these can be kind of fun little exercises to do with Cooper, especially the picking up objects exercise. So here I'm going to be, again, starting off with the come command. Again, making sure influence is active, so only saying the command one time, saying his name first, and taking a pause, okay, and then giving the command. So again, say his name. If he moves, I don't want him to move, I'll put him right back into the position that he's his starting point position. Now, if he's moving a whole lot, the thing to want to make the adjustment for is to come closer to him. Perhaps you're too far back, okay, when it comes to beginning this command. So the idea is to, again, I have my longer leash here, is to eventually go out to the full length of this leash, okay, and then that's when you can even get into using a longer line. But here, again, it's all about really good focus, being very assertive, okay. You want to refrain from petting and emotion that way. This needs to take the path of a demand, okay, so I want him to stay in position the right way. So here I'm going to start to move with him. Now I'm going to bring him over onto my right side here, again following the side that his owner is going to have him on. And I'm going to move here with him. I'm just going to circle him around here. Yeah, start over here. Sit. I'm going to give him the stay command. But understand, it's not just a command, it's my attitude, okay? It's about how focused I am. So being very assertive, okay? So I tell him to stay, really assertive voice, and then step off. Again, I'll step off here if he's on my right side with my left foot, okay? Kind of creates a little bit of a gapping effect. And so we can kind of cue up on that as well. It's not absolutely necessary, but it's just one of those things that he begins to notice a little bit. But again, the big thing is about relationship, okay? This is all about his perceptions changing the right way through influence. Stay. Again, the leash is up high here, so I can tap a little bit right here. I can tap a little bit, see how it brings his focus back onto me. So just a little bit of a nudge. And notice the leash is up nice and high so I can communicate the right way. As soon as I bring that leash down, that's the pulling effect. So here, I want to have it up fairly high here so I continue to nudge him a little bit, okay, to get him to stay focused on me. So I'll give him the command here in a moment. Cooper. See, now it's a great example. He tried to move on his name. I tapped him back. Cooper, come. His tail's wagging there a little bit. Bring him right in. I want him right in front of me like this. Nice, really good push-pull to help to settle him in again as I move away from him again. Again, as soon as I move away, I'll begin to communicate with him as needed to keep him solid. I want him to stay in the position. So here, look away a little bit. Cooper, come. So same thing, a little pause between his name and the command. Put him into position, a really good push-pull right here. And then from here, I can bring him into a heel. Cooper, heel. I say heel, I'm going to bring him around, just smooth and fluid. So this kind of sets up, put him into position here on my right side. And then I can step off. Now here, if I'm stepping off to walk, okay, then I'm going to step off with my right foot. And I can say the word heel if I want. Heel. Step off my right foot. I'm going to bring him back around. Repeat this exercise one more time. I'm nudging a little bit as I bring him around. Really solid here. Bring him right into position. Be assertive. Push on his bum. Little push-pull. And then can repeat the exercise once again from there. Now here I'm going to switch gears to the assist to stand from this point. Okay, so again, this is kind of like a mixed bag of the responses that I'm working on for phase 2. Now for the assist to stand, again, you know, it's about timing. It's about generating that response through the leash method. So I need to get him in motion, okay, so he actually starts to stand. His tendency is with that pressure, he'll want to sit, because that's what typically represented from the past. But here, I'm creating a different association for a different command, okay, so he's going to make the connection as it starts to, the picture starts to take hold. So here I'm going to give him the command in a moment. Cooper, stand. Good boy, doing really good. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Now here, just keep him going. Good boy, stand. So I'll say the command more than one time, just to kind of, because I'm continuing this. Stand. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Stand. Good boy. Getting him really tight here to a corner of his line. Stand. Good boy. Stand. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. That's excellent. Really good. Really happy with that. So again, it's just about initiating it, getting it going, and again, this can be done from the seated position. Okay, so again, sometimes people have trouble, bending over, and so therefore the chair, which I'm going to do here in a moment, it can be, brought into this response, because again, oftentimes, in fact, I'll need Cooper to help to, lift or provide support from a seated position. So here I'm going to bring him over to the right side of the chair. I'm going to line this up. I'm going to do the same thing, just kind of show how this is done. And here's the thing, when you're doing this with dogs, as the perception has changed, what happens is, drop the object, which we're going to get him to do here in a moment. But what happens is, they start to get very pliable, very agreeable. So you can make little minor adjustments, like if you move the leash a certain way, they're going to respond. So that's the great thing about this as this moves forward, is the dog becomes more and more focused, more responsive on what you want. So from this position here, I'm going to get him up here a little bit just to get him kind of ready. I don't want him kind of leaning so much there. I want him to see that, brought him up into a proper sit position, because I'm going to get him to move forward and on command here in just a moment. So again, when he moves forward, same thing. Stand. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. That was excellent. So you can see there the same thing. It's just about moments, okay? Really framing that up. So I got a great moment right there. And so that's good enough for right now with what I'm doing, okay? Because again, understand it's about timing. It's about getting, these moments are going to keep happening over and over and over again. As the weeks go by, it's just going to get better and better and better, even as he starts to get bigger and bigger, and can offer even better support as he grows. So therefore, your hand will be right here, and he's going to be, it's going to be really good. So the last thing to do is, again, the objects exercise. Again, this can be a really fun exercise, and the idea is to kind of make it fun. Okay, so reward is, this is where I'm going to give some reward, because again, I want to really get him motivated to do this. So same thing, easy object,